I want to stress, when we met in Carbis Bay, we had not at that point made a clear decision, and neither had our trilateral partners, about whether we would be absolutely proceeding with the nuclear submarine option. That was not a finalised arrangement between any of the trilateral partners. But one of the biggest things that had changed over the course of that year and previous was the change in the strategic environment in the Indo-Pacific. At Carbis Bay and prior to it, President Macron had invited me to visit him at Elysee on the way to Carbis Bay. I chose not to do that. At that time, we hadn't settled the arrangements for the trilateral meeting that we had. Once that trilateral meeting was in place and pending the outcome of that, I agreed to go and have that dinner because I needed to share with him where Australia's thinking was. That was the reason I went to that dinner, to let him know after the meeting with the trilateral partners about where we were at, because only at that point had it then escalated to the possibility and likelihood of us potentially going down another track. Now, at that point I made it very clear that a conventional diesel-powered submarine was not going to meet Australia's strategic requirements. We discussed that candidly. I did not discuss what other alternatives we were looking at. They are in confidence and they were subject to the security arrangements we had about those other discussions. And it wasn't appropriate to do that, and I made that point. To a contract. What I'll simply say is this, is we were contacted when we were trying to set up the meeting, the call, and he made it pretty clear that he was concerned that this would be a phone call that could result in the decision of Australia not to proceed with the contract. I must say that I think the statements that were made questioning Australia's integrity and the slurs that have been placed on Australia, not me, I've got broad shoulders, I can deal with that, but those slurs, I'm not going to cop sledging of Australia. I'm not going to cop that on behalf of other Australians. I can deal with whatever people throw at me, but Australia has a proud record when it comes to our defence capability. That's why we'll be building these and we'll be building others, and Australia's service record, I think, needs no elaboration.